Waylon, what time is it?
Time.
It's time for Indigo Unknown.
Indigo.
Travel.
Unknown? That was a
That's the
stupid
question.
fucking intro, but let's roll with it. What's up,
I
everybody?
was trying
Welcome back
something new.
to Indigo
All right.
Unknown.
So look,
I'm not
Brendan.
hitting. I'm not
No,
stopping.
don't stop it now. The train's
golden.
rolling.
It's not golden.
The Colonel's got the ash pans clean.
Oh yeah.
Here
Full
we
speed
go.
ahead. I'm Waylon.
I'm Brendan.
Welcome back to
Indigo Unknown. It's episode 13.
13. Lucky 13.
Kind of a bonus episode, really, to make up for the gap in the last few weeks. We're going to try to put out a little extra this week. So I'm thinking episode 12 will go up on Wednesday, and then this episode should go up on Saturday.
Yeah.
What week? I don't know. Depends on when you're listening. Anyhow, this is episode 13, all about time travel. You dirty bitch.
Yep.
So,
Yubbish.
do you know what it takes to time travel? Wrong again.
Water and metal.
You need a little bit of water, but
You thought I didn't know.
before the metal rusts
Thank you very much.
is when you've got to get it vibrating at the right frequency, which will allow you to pass into the what they call the Chronos dimension,
Yeah.
which is just time moving at 1.25 speed. So you stay in there for a little bit. You can jump ahead some when you come back.
Yeah.
More importantly,
Totally made that up. Dude.
yeah, we're both liars.
No, it's
again,
metal and water.
as a matter of
It's
fact,
metal and water.
Metal and water. You go down to Lake Hendrickson, you soak that metal.
West Virginia.
God, we're pieces of shit.
Time travel.
We're sorry about that story last
That was
episode.
a pretty awesome story.
Nah, we're not sorry. So, in order to time travel, you've got to be moving faster than the speed of light, which is currently impossible. Obviously, we've got aircraft that can break the sound barrier, so they're moving faster than the speed of sound.
Which isn't that hard if you.
Right.
Yeah,
The
sound's
next
not
step,
hard
we've
to
got to move faster than the speed of smell, and then taste, touch,
Touch. It's faster
then-
than the speed of touch.
and then right. That's
It's fast.
Come on.
Yeah.
But once you're moving faster than the speed of sight,
Especially if it's a bad touch.
you're practically at light speed anyway. So faster than the speed of light's what we're really going for.
I swear, I keep saying it. I hope people aren't using this for like midterms and.
Holy shit! If you're using this for anything academic,
Yeah.
you fucked yourself. We've warned you before.
I'm doing my paper on
This is
time
your-
travel. I
yeah.
got my info from Indigo Unknown.
This is your problem now.
You're failing.
Don't
You're
do
dropping
it.
out of college.
I mean, don't turn off the episode. Keep
No,
listening.
Keep
Finish
listening.
it.
Drop out of
You know,
school.
Subscribe.
Subscribe.
But don't
Yeah.
use that information. Now, here's some information you can use. Have you heard of Waylon? Have you heard of the Philadelphia experiment?
Yes. Tom Hanks.
Yes, they actually made the first batch of cream cheese.
Just original.
Good night, everybody. It's been a good episode. So, all right. All right. Before,
travel
yeah,
on the
before
cream
they made
cheese.
the low-fat cream cheese
Yeah.
abomination. The
Right.
Philadelphia.
Although the strawberry cream cheese is pretty tasty
I
on
tell
bagels.
you what, I'll eat that shit with a spoon. I'll eat it like
I
soup,
have
dog.
before.
I don't give a
have
damn.
before. The cinnamon one.
You know what I like around like the holidays, around
Cock.
Thanksgiving and Christmas? I do like cock, but around Thanksgiving and Christmas, you thought I was going to back down, didn't
No,
you?
no, I knew
They'll
you
put
were.
out the cheesecake filling
Yeah.
that's pre-made.
What?
Oh, my dear boy.
So this season, get that beer from Blue Moon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, get their holiday sampler. That festive pack with and it's like a country crock tub. It's not a little bit. It's not like spread it on a bagel. It's like
Like a Sam's
get a
Club
graham
type.
cracker crust and then put this entire thing in there and you've got a cheesecake.
6,000 calories.
Roughly.
Well worth it.
But
Yeah.
you can get they make the cheesecake filling. Holy shit, dude. I'll tell you what. Talk about eating with a spoon. I'd eat that out of the devil's asshole with a spoon. Now, the Philadelphia experiment, nothing to do with cream cheese.
No.
Low-fat cream cheese.
cheesesteak.
No, yeah, the Philadelphia cheesesteak cream cheese experiment. It involves manipulating electromagnetic and gravitational fields. This was a government experiment, rather. The U.S. government, which it's in my top 3 favorite governments.
The U.S. government?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's up there.
You say that because you
They
live
do
here
some
and
pretty good.
you're scared
Maybe
of.
I'm a little biased. I'm not saying which of the three. They
Yeah.
could be third place.
Yeah.
They're taking the bronze. Who knows? However,
We did land on the moon first.
that's the spirit. See? Don't even disagree, you skank.
whatever, let's go.
All right. We'll do an episode on that. Maybe we should do an episode where we just debate each
That'll
other.
be on conspiracy theories.
Yeah, let's do an episode where we just debate. We find things that we disagree with.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to fight you in that
We
episode.
each take a different side.
Yeah.
We'll have to bring in a couple of guests
Oh, yeah.
and guest referees.
KB.
Yeah, KB and maybe the double L, if you know who I'm talking about.
I'll think about that one.
Sure you do.
Okay.
You know the man. Anyhow.
Springer Chief.
No.
So,
So, electromagnetic and
The double
gravitational. You know, you
Yeah,
fuck. For the listeners at home, comment who you think double L is, because you probably don't know.
you know the double dub.
Twin dub,
Dub.
Mr.
Dub-deuce.
Double Dub himself,
W2.
Walter White.
Yep.
So the USS Eldridge,
Meth.
it was a ship fitted with specific equipment that was intended to render it invisible, not just to enemy radar, but also to the naked eye. They tried this out in 1943. It ended up causing a lot. There's several different accounts, so it's hard to verify exactly what happened, but pretty much all of them agree that it caused illness and insanity in the crew members that were on the ship. A lot of them became violently ill, and then some of them just went fucking bananas.
Yeah. What's driving me
Insane.
bananas is your ice jingling in your glass. Now the listeners will have to, will have to listen to that now.
Do you hear that? It's not beer this week.
Nope.
And it ain't the Scotch cast neither.
Nope.
So anyhow, you fucker.
Sorry.
Thank you. So it made the crew members sick and nuts. There's also some accounts that say once the ship became invisible, so apparently they did it, it became invisible, and then once it reappeared, some crew members, I guess, re-manifested inside out, which...
Messy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a disaster. What a painful disaster.
Wow.
Some of them were like halfway through the hull of the ship. Did you have a story for this week? Let me see your research. Bitch.
I have no research
So-
for this one.
Yeah. Yeah, don't research for the bonus episode.
No.
Cunt.
Sorry.
So, some of the crew
Although I
members
am-
were halfway through like different parts of the ship. Like there was one guy who was on, I guess, the
Crack.
top deck. Yeah, he's on crack too, but on the top deck, ship disappeared, reappeared, and his arm was like fused into the metal that made up that deck, and he was just dangling there.
That would suck.
Dude, they would because what are they going to do? Cut through all that metal and just shave it off your arm, and you're going to be good to go? They
You're
got to
gonna have
cut
to
the
lose your
arm
arm,
off.
yeah.
That's it. You're done. Shouldn't have signed up for this experiment,
You're
homie.
done, son.
So later in the year, that was summer of 1943. So this is
Good
olden
song.
days.
Good
This
song.
is like World War II era. They're trying this. A couple months later, they tried another test to make the ship invisible, and it apparently transported to Norfolk, Virginia, not West Virginia, not Hendrickson.
Not Henderson.
Yeah, it wasn't around the Hendrickson Lake.
Torrin.
Right, it was north of Torrid. It was in Norfolk, Virginia. Vagina.
Virginia.
Norfolk, Vagina. And there were several minutes where crew members, I guess it just popped up in the middle of the ocean, but crew members of another ship could see it, and then it disappeared again.
You told me you didn't have a story for this one.
I told you that I had 3 stories for this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's a big difference between listen to what the fuck I tell you
I have one.
and don't. So, well, you can wait. So,
I'm waiting patiently.
I was really nice in the last episode.
You were, and I want to thank you for that.
Truly. I was holding back because, God,
bet
I
you
wanted
were.
to just stomp on your heart. But
But you have to have a heart to do that. So, joke's on you.
fair game, fair play to the queen. Now, apparently, when the crew members of this other ship saw this Eldridge in Virginia, it was 10 minutes prior. So, if these accounts are correct, it transported 10 minutes into the past to 200 miles away, another part of the country, and then disappeared again and reappeared in Philadelphia.
Again?
Monroe.
She went swimming again.
God, we're funny. Now, so it disappeared 10 minutes back in time, reappeared. And the government has not used this technology since, far as we know.
I would not volunteer.
Dude, after hearing about the guy that popped back into existence inside out, I'm not into it.
I mean, you probably wouldn't feel it. Would you feel it?
Oh,
was
God,
he still alive?
I hope not. Hopefully he was just like a heap on the ground and that was it, and he was gone. Like as soon as
a puddle.
As soon as it reappeared, that was it.
Where's
just
Bob?
Darkness for him.
Oh, look for the wet floor sign. There's Bob. Yeah, I would not want to do that.
No, I'm not the one.
Nope.
I ain't that one.
Nope. Although I would space travel for free.
Well, see, because they did space travel. I mean, they traveled through time and space. Not space like they went to the moon.
No,
but space like they went to a different part of this plane.
Oh.
The 747.
Wax.
I beat you to it.
You son of a bitch.
But 200 miles away, as far as we know, they haven't used this technology since.
As far as we know.
Well, it's really hard to use it again after guys are showing up inside out and fused to the metal hull of the ship.
2 words, homeless people.
You need to do a little more calibration. Are you saying that you should pick up homeless guys?
I'm pretty sure they tried
look,
again.
Man,
and
I'm going to give you a sandwich. I got a bag of chips, $19. All you got to do is stand on the ship for a little bit, and we're going to try something crazy.
It's going to be fun. Yeah. No, I wouldn't do it.
No, not me. I'm not homeless, but I wouldn't. I still wouldn't.
I do want to time travel, but not that way. No, thank you.
No, that's not for me.
No.
Not until they get that shit corrected, where everything comes back.
Like, give me a DeLorean.
Right.
A 1988 DeLorean.
Yeah. No.
Go 88 miles an hour.
1981.
1981-ish
I
DeLorean.
believe. 81, 82, or 83.
Yeah, 3-ish.
88 miles an hour.
Yeah, 70 Pontiac.
Yeah, if you can get in a 78 Pontiac that has batteries from the 1970s and an Annabelle doll.
Time travel.
The world's your oyster, really.
Yep.
You do whatever you want.
Nice.
Speaking of the world being your oyster.
I am a member of the Time Travel Fund.
Go on. Let's hear about this again.
I will because
Wrong.
It intrigues you every time.
It didn't.
Every
it
time
hasn't,
you're like,
and it won't.
Listen. Tim, I know how much you love this story.
Oh my God!
And it's not a
Tell
story.
It, just
it's
in case
fact.
this is anybody's first episode.
Actually, I should have brought my certificate.
They can achieve the same amount of disdain for you.
TimeTravelFund.org. $10 certificate.
$10 this fuckweasel paid.
That $10 is going to be worth trillions in the future. Trillions.
Do you know?
You've seen the picture of the Christmas party
what
they had?
Inflation is? Okay. All right. Okay. Give me $1 trillion now versus $1 trillion in the year 3000. Which one are you going to take?
The 3000.
Shut up. You already made your commitment.
Yeah, I'm traveling.
The year 3000?
Yeah.
So what are you going to buy? A flying car?
Oh, okay.
Just one of them? Do you know what inflation's going to be like then? We're going to be like yen.
No.
They're like, I got 10,000 yen. Well, you can't buy dick with 10,000 yen.
I won't have yen. It'll be...
Oh, it'll be U.S. Ameros.
Probably not. It probably will not
It won't even be real currency. They're going to pay you in bottle caps and banana peels.
And that's what you use to trade for stuff.
And you're going to be like, oh, can I buy a drink? They're going to be like, that'll be 32 billion of whatever you've got.
Yeah, but good thing I have 32 quadrillion Google.
No, real numbers. We use real numbers on it to go unknown.
I'm just saying, the $10. See, you have.
I don't know, man.
I think you're jealous, and I think I'm going to buy you. I'm going to buy you a membership of the Time Travel Fund.
Don't waste your time or money. Look,
you're getting.
I think it's great that you're supporting time travel that might happen eventually.
Thank you. That's all I wanted.
But you invested
$10.
Look, how lucrative are you trying to get?
That's
here,
like
champion?
2 coffees. That's like 2 lattes. 2 iced lattes.
Whose lattes are you drinking?
The good kind.
Negative.
Yeah.
I know you get a discount.
Well, I do.
know you
but
go right
retail
next door to
price
that.
is about $4.58 for an iced latte.
Right. Okay, so $2.19 for Waylon.
Yeah.
Because you're everybody's favorite douchebag.
Thank you. That's all I wanted to hear.
Right.
Thanks for listening to Indigo on.
And
But no, what if it's
that is
possible?
the last episode.
No. Fuck your equipment. And no, but I think it might be possible, and that's why I did it. Actually, no. Let me.
It very well may be possible. I mean, they say that we are not able to travel faster than the speed of light.
Yeah.
Maybe not now.
Yeah.
Although I read something today that said that even if we were able to, it would take such a massive amount of energy that it's totally unreasonable.
Yeah.
And if you were in, like, say, a spacecraft that was moving at that speed, the centrifugal force would kill you pretty much instantly, long before you approach that speed. Anyhow, so yeah, if you tried to travel at the speed of light, you'd pretty much be disintegrated. And also, there's not enough fuel to make an engine go that fast.
We don't know where we're going to be in 500 years.
Right. We could discover that 1.21 gigawatts could get you going. A little plutonium.
Scott.
You get up to 88 miles an hour. That's not too fast.
Not too fast.
But that plutonium kicks in, my boy, and you're back.
No, I'll be honest. The main reason that I got it was because of the certificate.
That is, I mean, look,
Actually, no, I fell into the bullshit because I remember it was late at night. That's when I lived in Biloxi. And it was late at night after work, and I'm like, Mississippi. And I was
Great
probably
song by Afro
intoxicated. Oh,
Yeah.
Which is, he's from Mississippi, thank you.
he was until he moved down to Palmdale.
That's all I wanted to know. That's all I wanted to hear from you.
Wrong.
Because
Wrong.
No.
Where is he from?
Mississippi.
Where is he famous?
Mississippi.
Wrong.
Mississippi.
Dude,
What?
Colt 45, 2 zigzags, East Palmdale.
Yeah, but the Chili Peppers, they sing Californication. Where are they from?
I don't give a fuck
They're from
because they don't
California.
have afros, and that's what I'm all about, Junior. I like an afro, and I like a good song.
But no. I think
Shout out to Afro Man. Check
Afro
out
Man.
his single "One Hit Wonder."
sponsor the Ligers if you want to.
He won't. He won't. Let's not
He might.
try to force anybody's hand here.
Okay. But no,
Anyhow,
I did join that club, and it might be total bullshit. And,
I'm not gonna lie. I
but
became.
I have been keeping them like updated on my current address just in case. Just in case.
as long as you're keeping up with it.
Like when I
'cause
moved back here from Vegas, I sent them an email. Hey, this is my membership number. Here's my current address. They're like, thank you for that. We'll
Okay.
put it on.
All right, listen. If there's one thing in this world that I want to be wrong about,
Yeah.
it's that. Believe me. Trust me.
Yeah.
I would love if you were about to die. I'd be real happy.
Yeah.
But also, even happier if somebody just like phased walked into the room.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, you got
right
one
before
more
I
thing to
die,
do.
I look at them and smile. I look at you and I'll be like, I'll flip you off. You fucker. I'll
You're a
see ya.
bitch.
So, and then they give the
Look, if there's
look
any,
here, zzz, and they zap you, and they
if
don't
there's
remember a fucking
anything
thing.
to be incorrect about, that's what I want it to be.
It's
But
not
I
gonna
really,
happen. It's not going to happen.
I have a hard time. You're right. You're right.
And I feel that people are following me from the future. No, I'm not.
And every
They're
day
always
I
following
can't
me.
sleep because they're looking
I'm
at me.
peering out my blinds and they're
I
watching.
hear them thinking about my feelings. All right, so speaking of feelings, we were talking about before the show.
You have none?
No, I think that's fair to say.
Yeah.
I was going to argue with you, but
Yeah.
you're not wrong. We were just talking about the people from the future are going to come back and get you, and you're going to be able to spend your trillions of dollars in the future or whatever.
I'm going to buy a fancy record player. That's what I'm going to buy.
You're going to be a hipster.
I am.
What a douche.
Yep.
Have you heard of the Wall Street time traveler, Andrew Carlson? Mr. Carlson made $350 million in 2 weeks with an initial investment of $800
Lucky.
in 2003. Could have been luck, could have been insider trading. However, this dude made 126 high-risk trades. High risk, 126
Yeah.
in 2 weeks. So several a day that are like, this isn't going to pay anything. Oh, surprise, the market did something weird and now you've got $5 million. That kind of thing. Without a single loss. He wasn't wrong on any of them. He made 126 and he profited a fuck ton off of 126. High risk. So this caught the attention of the FBI and the Securities Exchange Commission, the SEC. Stocks were starting to drop off in 2003. They went through a little bit of a slump. But this dude somehow knew exactly which ones were going to rise and at what time. So he took that $800, turned it into $350 million. So the FBI snatched him up hot. They got him by the weave.
Yeah.
They brought him in for questioning, and they asked him, like, all right, so how did you know that this stuff was going to happen? Like, who's your man on the inside who's telling you all this stuff? And he says, all right, look, I'm from the year 2256.
Great year.
Yeah. It's, I mean, I hear they have good vodka, but I'm not a big vodka guy. No. But 2256, it's got to be aged pretty well.
The vodka.
You'd figure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if they grow the potatoes now.
They have Dance Dance Revolution 42.
They have.
It's awesome. Awesome.
Probably a bunch of
double
the Holocaust,
PlayStation.
You know what I'm talking
the PlayStation 14.
9.
No, it's 14.
By then, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, about 14ish.
That's about accurate.
2000.
Because by the time the
PS14.
PlayStation 5 comes out, that thing's gonna be hard to improve on.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so good, so good. So anyway,
virtual
he
reality.
told them, "Listen, I'm from the year 2256. I viewed the stock history from 2003, and I came back in my time machine, which I will not tell you where it is because I don't want it to fall in the wrong hands." I came back to 2003 to make some money. He said he was going to try to make it look natural, earn some money, lose some money.
That's what I call horseshit.
That he was going to make it look natural?
That he's a time traveler and came back for a stock market. If he wanted to make it look natural,
Dude,
he would just
Back to the Future.
No, listen.
You came back with the sports almanac.
No, listen. He would have spent, I don't know, $20-$30 on the Powerball with the self-select numbers, and in the middle of that would have been the winning numbers. That's how you do it naturally.
I don't think so. It's easier.
He wouldn't be picked off by the FBI.
It's easier to hide on the stock market because there's a lot more players involved. If you win the Powerball, you're
but
one
it's
of
chance. It's
one.
chance. But he still has $350 million or
Right,
whatever
but if
it
he
was.
goes back to the year 2256 and all of history has changed because he won the Powerball on that day, then they're going to know who fucked around with the time machine and abused it. Whereas if he's one of 3,000 guys that made some money on the stock market that day,
But apparently he was not
gonna be
one of
easier to
3,000
hide.
because the FBI picked him up and was like,
well, in the modern day, but it'd be easier to kind of disappear into history and just be like, I earned some money.
okay, I see your point.
Right. You can blend in more. It's like if you stab somebody, don't stab anybody. I'm not condoning it.
Yeah.
And there's nobody around, you're suspect one.
Yeah.
If you're in Times Square and you just kind of
Times
blend
Square.
into the exactly, you blend into the crowd, you're gonna be harder to pick up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So one Powerball winner or shit ton of people throwing money around in the stock market.
Yeah, but if you win $350 million,
Right, that's noticeable. But
he should have spread it
said-
over a week.
He
should have a
said
month.
that that's where he fucked up because he said he was going to try to make it look natural, like he'd earn a whole bunch
pretty
of
much
money
they're
on this
fucking
one,
idiots in the future.
but then he was going to invest on this one purposely to lose money. But he said he got caught up in the moment and got a little too greedy.
Yeah.
In order to try to get a lighter sentence,
Cockfights. That's where he should have went.
right? Because it's small time cash.
$20,
but-
$30.
Yeah. $30 on a cock. And anyhow, so he said that to try to get a reduced sentence, and this is 2003, mind you.
Wait. So they arrested him.
Yeah, they snatched him up.
For what?
hot.
What was the charges?
Insider trading, I believe, is what they were going after. Even though he was saying, "I'm from the future, I don't have an inside man," but they were still,
It's kind of a bogus charge.
Well, what else are they going to do with him? They said that they don't believe his story. They think he's a lunatic or a pathological liar. But no records of this guy exist There's nothing that shows this dude existed before December of 2002.
Torrid.
Yeah, so this dude popped in out of nowhere, said he's from the future, made an infeasible amount of money. Inconceivable amount of money. And they went to arrest him, and he said, look, if I can get a lighter sentence, I will tell you where Osama bin Laden is hiding. Granted, we didn't find him till what, 2009, 10?
Wait.
He said, I will tell you what the cure for AIDS is.
This dude's a fucking lunatic.
And where Osama bin Laden is.
They weren't looking for Osama in 2003.
Okay, look.
They weren't.
Sure they were. It was after 2001, you swine.
No.
They wanted him. He's the most wanted man on the planet.
Nope. He sounded good.
If anybody was looking for anybody, that's who they were looking for. You understand me? The fuck you think you're dealing with? But...
douche.
Yeah, I know. But he said that he would give up Osama's location, where they ended up finding him, the cure for AIDS, to try to get a lighter sentence.
Where the G-spot is?
Yeah, historical facts. He'd lead you to the G, to the...
It's not a myth.
Whatever you wanted, man. Whatever you wanted.
I think he's full of shit.
He could be. He could be crazy, but it's hard to believe.
Because I would have went with...
Because if he just got lucky, he had $800 and he went,
that is pretty sweet.
Yeah, I'll try this. 126 and high risk too. These aren't like penny stocks where it's like I will give you $1 and tomorrow I will have $1.04. This was $800 and tomorrow I will have several hundred thousand and then next week I will have several hundred million. I don't know, dude. That's an unreasonable lucky streak.
Is he still incarcerated, or is he...
I don't know. I couldn't find it. I don't know if he back to the future, if he managed to escape and get back to his time machine, or if this is all nonsense. However, the dude didn't exist as of November of 2002.
I'd research. I'm going to find him. I'll find him.
Do it. Look for it. Andrew Carlson. It's Carlssin.
Gotcha.
So it's Carl in.
Gotcha.
You understand?
I do.
All right.
But no, I mean, but I went with Power. I would have gone with Powerball.
I don't know, man.
I would have.
That's too easy to pick out in a crowd. You know what I mean? Because I'm just thinking, like, okay, say he wins $500 million off the Powerball.
Yeah.
He gets back to 2256, and there are, the librarian comes up to him and they're like, "Hey, can you explain how your picture got into this newspaper from the year 2003?" And he's like, well.
Yeah, but would the librarian actually go to that? I mean...
And then the librarian goes to the time authorities, the Council of Ricks.
That's when you off the librarian.
Shout out to Rick and Morty. Bring us season 3.
Rick. But you off the librarian.
No, you don't off the librarian.
Yeah.
Because that fucking newspaper article
with
you receiving your oversized check. Yeah, if you're a librarian, keep your head down while I'm trying to get my time money.
But
I ain't fucking with you.
I would want Powerball. I don't know. It's a lot easier.
It would. It'd be like a 5-minute payoff.
Yeah.
You just go buy that winning ticket.
Cash out and do it.
And get back to the time machine with a sack full of strange.
Sack full of scratch. On your way.
What I would do, I would use the $350 million to buy 350 million scratch-off tickets. And I'd get to scratching. You know what I mean? Because at worst, you're going to get like a free ticket in every 4.
Yeah.
At best, because in 350 million, you're going to hit like the $2,500 jackpot or something.
Well invested.
So at the end, you should be close to 400 million.
You could hire someone to scratch for you. It's a win-win.
Yeah. Because even if you end up like 349, the money's laundered. It's harder to trace because there's so many tickets coming from it.
You boost the economy.
You paid off this dude.
I mean,
yeah, everybody wins.
You give somebody a future. A homeless guy, you pick him up. You want to scratch tickets?
You say, "Look, man, how strong are your forearms?" And he goes, "Hey, they're pretty strong." You give him a nickel and he starts scratching.
I mean, you might have one nub, but it only takes one hand to scratch off tickets. You know?
Right.
You hold the ticket down with one nub. You scratch with a hand. That's good. That you didn't
Who's
lose.
this guy that's driving? All right, I don't want to know. Have you heard
Yes.
of Project Pegasus?
No, but you're going to tell me.
Pegasus is a horse
Yeah, I can tell you that. Yeah.
with wings.
Mystical creature.
Okay. And that was the project. They were trying
cryptozoology.
to hot glue fabric wings onto a horse. This was 1960, late 1960s, early 70s.
This is real.
No, but Project Pegasus
Gotcha.
was a series of government experiments, I guess led by DARPA. It's from is what the information says. You know DARPA, right?
And Grace.
Yeah.
Great show.
I think you're thinking of Dharma and Greg
Dharma and Greg.
and Will and Grace at the same time.
Gotcha.
Although crossover episode idea. Let's get the cast back together.
Right. Right. Let's bring back Friends. Who doesn't like Friends?
I don't.
I love Friends.
So, government experiments that took
Next to
place
Big
in the
Bang
late 60s, early 70s. The purpose was to study the effects of time travel on children because I guess children are the most malleable. It's easier for them to adapt flying through space and time than it would be a fully developed and grown body having its bones crushed.
Yeah.
Kids are made of rubber,
Oh, yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
If you have a kid, throw them against a wall as hard as you can, and they'll bounce. No, don't do that. Waylon doesn't condone that. I take that back. Treat your kids well, and don't send them to...
Maybe like third world country kids.
No, not them either.
Okay.
Yeah, especially not them. Treat
Well, I
them
just
right.
got the glare from Mystery Viewer.
They've probably
I was
had a
kidding.
rough life. I hope you... Please
kidding.
state in the microphone that you were being satirical.
Yeah. I don't even know what that word means.
Satire.
Satire. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I was.
Thank you. Okay, that was a joke. So...
100%.
Any third world
Satirical.
listeners, we still love you.
I've never heard that in my 38 years
Satirical?
of existence. Satirical.
You've had a shit 38 years, buddy.
Fuck you.
Soulmate's here, though. He's going to take care of you, learn you some real words.
Yep.
So, the subjects of these experiments allegedly traveled to Gettysburg to hear the address, to the Ford Theater the night that Lincoln was whacked,
Off.
and to Mars to be ambassadors for the Martian race.
What the fuck?
That's according to a dude. I think his last name's Basiago or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Who he's a lawyer out of Seattle, I want to say. Not the Colonel. He claims that when he was a kid, he was
Sitting on the back porch.
he made a popsicle and he was signed up. Once they realized the potential, they said, "Frank, come here."
Frank, you just made the popsicle. Where are we going? Okay, continue your story.
Okay, so George Washington wrote about
Brought to you by Jack Daniels.
Jim Beam. It's Jim Beam.
Is it Jim Beam?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
smoother
It is pretty smooth.
bourbon, baby. Anyhow, allegedly, again, this is true that George Washington, he told the story, and I guess wrote in some of his documents that he saw two angels approach him at Valley Forge and basically tell him what he needed to do.
To free the slaves. Slavery was wrong.
No, that's not Washington.
He did have slaves.
More than likely. I mean, it was a different time. We didn't understand. But he said that two angels came to him, a male and a female.
Let's rewind.
Yes.
Let's bring this into...
Okay, we
If
do
you
not
were-
condone
no,
slavery
listen.
or third world child beatings.
If you were born in the year 1847,
I was.
okay, would you be for or against slavery? Like, people, the times were different.
Dude.
No, I mean, what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong.
No, you're absolutely correct. However, when
Were there people back then being like, this is
Everything-
totally fucked up?
there were probably a few, but when everything you've ever been taught is this guy is not worth anything,
No.
plus you need that money from cotton, So make him do it.
I have a hard time believing. I mean,
well, listen, from this. Okay, think of someone who's a total atheist.
Steve.
Yeah, Steve Fist.
Yes.
He Atheist Steve. That's what we call him.
Atheist Steve.
Your parents raised you to be to be Christian, Buddhist, whatever the fuck you are. They raised you to be that. Every day of your life was you are this, pray to this, believe this, that's what this is, you are this.
No.
And then you decided on your own, no thank you.
Yeah.
How many people would it take
to get to the center of a lollipop?
Yeah. Like how many licks? No, but how many people would it take to become the majority and say, no, you're wrong, we don't believe this?
But I'm just thinking
a lot.
Yeah,
a lot.
Even these days.
Because most of the time, your parents tell you that, and you go, all right, that's what I believe. That's what this is. That's what's right. That's what I'm working towards. That's the afterlife I'm headed for. Think about. I mean, for many, many years, people said this guy who's got a different skin tone, he is not really human, so it's okay if you make him do something that's going to make you money. So it took a long, long time before people went, you know what, that's fucked up. Because because that guy doesn't look like me doesn't mean he shouldn't be like me.
I would be shunned. I'd be shunned back then.
I don't know. You'd probably be a huge racist with a big cotton farm.
No.
Sure you would.
No.
You fuck.
No.
Anyhow,
I would have went up
George
and talked
Washington,
to one of these fellers.
Did you?
And get to know them.
Careful with your language now.
No, I'm just saying. It just
no,
it's hard to explain. Like if I go back in time now,
shocking to us,
and was born back then, even with my brain, my soul brain, like
I'm saying that people in those days were programmed in such a way.
If my next life is in like 1847, I can guarantee you that I won't be programmed, just like I wasn't programmed these days.
Yes, you are.
No,
you're so programmed, man. No. Oh my God!
Look at you. Example:
wearing your hats. You got shirts with emblems on them.
Because you can't walk around naked.
Yes, I can. All right, so
that's not programming.
So Beezer 12 Washing Beard. I'm sorry, George Washington. He claims it to observed two angels. They came to him and basically told him that, you're the son of the Republic, and here's what you need to do to defeat the British and make America the greatest. Now, maybe he just said that to his soldiers to get them riled up and think God's on our side or whatever. Who knows? But the members of this Project Pegasus, some of them claim that they traveled back in time.
From?
Right. So
future.
From the future of George Washington's past, yes.
Wow.
To
gotcha.
Tell him what he needed to do to make America a great country, to defeat the British, so on and so forth. So they claim that those angels that he saw, it wasn't, these people clad in white and everything. It was them coming out of the...
It wasn't angels, it was actually chrononauts.
It was chrononauts. Yeah. They were coming out of the time warp or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And explained to him everything that he needed to know. So, could be liars. Allegedly... Shout out to Lee. Allegedly.
Legend.
Lee the legend, allegedly. President Obama was one of these chrononauts, as you call them. But, I don't know, man.
I'm sorry, but black people cannot be...
Oh my God.
That was
no.
That was a 100% joke.
What did we just talk about? What were we just talking about?
That's why I went there. That's why I went there.
God, how many people does it take to say that guy is worth as much as me? Well, apparently Waylon's not that guy.
Wow. No,
Holy shit.
I just had to liven up the show because you're talking about Pegasus and George Washington.
I'm talking about time travel, and you're over here like, well, I don't care for the blacks. And I'm, God,
wow.
I'm glad this show's got balance. I'm glad there's plenty of balance in the show. I love all races.
Yeah.
Yin yang. Yeah. Okay, I'll be the good. You be the fucking terrible.
You know what? I'll be the black part of the yin yang. How's that?
What are you talking about? It doesn't work that way.
I'm just making jokes now.
Oh my God, I hope so.
I'm the furthest thing from the races. You know this. Continue. I just had to line up your story because...
Listen, I have made some off-color jokes.
Yeah.
No pun intended. But when you look back at what we've said over the show, the only one who's made anti-Semitic jokes and racist jokes
just about Jews.
Is Waylon.
Because I look at races, it's funny. Race is funny.
What are you talking about?
No.
What?
You're taking that out of context.
Yeah, you just said it.
Racism is funny. Not race itself. Racism is funny.
Oh, boy. This is the last time.
No.
This is the last time you come to my house.
You can joke about race when, like... Seriously,
All right, everybody, like the Facebook page.
No, we're still going about time travel. I am... No, racism funny.
Or don't do any of those things.
Racism is funny.
This is real hard to defend.
It's funny. And I joke about it.
You know, jokes are fine, but holy shit.
That's a joke. What?
I don't know, man. Look, okay.
Funny. Here's a funny story.
Go back to episode 11.
Time travel.
When I told that story about the interracial couple who was having a hard time not laughing. Waylon.
Because it's funny.
What do you mean that's funny?
Alien. That's funny. Imagining the aliens were in like clan fucking...
Yeah, they don't look similar. We got to get them right now.
They don't. It's funny. That's why I watch... like Dave Chappelle. Greatest show ever. But...
Was that your "it's okay if I'm racist, I have a black friend" moment?
No, I'll tell you. That's what I was getting back to. In Vegas, funniest thing ever.
If this doesn't have something to do with time travel.
Well, we're going back in time a little bit to Vegas when I was there. Funny story. All
right, very good. So that's the episode.
Me and a friend were sitting on the couch in the time house. And he happened to be black. I'm going there, yeah. And I had a headache, and I was... This is just funny. Okay, I won't... What? Come on. No. You're not leaving anywhere, mystery viewer. Okay, you are. Good night.
Just finish your fucking story and let's close this episode.
No, I won't go there. Because you don't appreciate humor.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Humor is non-existent.
It's apparent. Okay, racism is lost on me. Sorry.
Yeah. That's just funny. I poke fun at racism because if you look at the big picture,
it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous, and that's all I'm getting at. I can joke about it. Like a very good friend of mine, he's still a good friend. I'll tell you the story. It's funny. He called me he's like, you motherfucker. I was sitting on the couch. I had a headache.
Is that what he's going to say after he hears this?
Yeah, he'll laugh about it. I'll tell him to comment. It was funny. Anyway, sitting on the couch, I had a headache, and I was opening a bottle of aspirin. You know, I'm cool with this. I'm like, dude, I got a headache. Can you pick this out of here so I can get an asprin? And you know,
you're a piece of shit.
Oh, dude.
You're the
he's
worst.
like, yeah, give it here. And he started to pull it out, and he's like, you motherfucker. And everybody in there started laughing. I'm like, got he. But, yeah. But I think racism. We're going to time travel to racism.
Man, can you take this freshness seal out?
Can you take this cotton out of that? But no, it's funny. It's ridiculous. Racism is ridiculous. That's the only reason I joke about it, because I can, and it's funny.
So that's time travel.
That's time travel.
We can't do it yet, but maybe someday, eh?
And they're coming back for me 500 years in the future. I'll be rich.
No.
Super rich. Super, super rich. bitch.
No.
And I'd be like, what? But, that is time
Like
travel.
the Facebook page, subscribe to the YouTube channel.
We're sorry for getting derailed. I blame Jim Beam.
It's really not the derail. That's the problem. I think it's
You're the problem.
I think it's like the race issue.
It's not an issue.
That's what's killing this show.
The media is killing.
Yeah,
Race is not an
all
issue.
That media
Race
coverage
is
we're
not an
getting is
issue.
really dragging the show down.
Anyway.
Popular as we are.
Wow.
Thank you for joining us once again
See
for a
you
bonus
next week.
episode
Yeah.
of Indigo Unknown.
We have no idea what we're doing next.
No, we'll
It'll
try
be
to
a good
get
one.
back on a regular schedule. So hopefully Saturday of the following week, we'll have a show for you,
Yeah.
barring any shenanigans.
Yeah.
And we'll even have a topic. What's that going to be, episode 14?
14.
Does that mean that it's
Ooh.
your chance to open the show again?
No, 14. I'm opening the show.
Yeah.
I'm telling a story.
Boy, it's come back around. You're going to have to get an opening
Full
story.
circle.
You're going to know my pain
Yep.
from getting all those opening stories.
Yep.
Like Hendrickson Lake
Narnia.
and Elizabeth Monroe
Ooh, Monroe.
and her diary with the American Jack the Ripper.
Yep. Scary stuff.
All right.
All right.
Let's
Good
shut
night,
it
y'all.
down. Good night,
Shut this
guys.
pony show down. Yeah, yeah.
Good night. Fuck women.
Brandon's a douche.